Peeps a cute little kitty back here. Hi Rat, what you doing? You just being a nice little background for our mommy? Hey guys, it's Madison, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about something that I haven't ever talked about on this channel. It's something that I recently got into just over the last year or so. So over the last year I've been learning about sustainable living and just how we as humans have been treating our planet like crap and just not been taking care of it. So I've been doing a little research on ways I can live a more sustainable lifestyle. So I thought I would share with you guys 11 changes I've made in my life to be more sustainable and be a little more friendly to our planet. So the first change I've made is definitely inspired by my sister Macy. She has been vegan for a few years now, and while I'm definitely not vegan, I'm not even vegetarian for that matter, I have been trying to eat more plant-based meals. So Macy and I live together, and for the last 2 years it's just been easier and cheaper to make meals that we can both eat. And I've eaten a lot of vegan meals, like when she cooks, and I've used a lot of vegan alternatives for common things like butter and mayonnaise, but when I cook on my own I've used a lot of, cheese and dairy, not so much meat. I'm not like a huge meat eater. I do eat it, every now and then, but I don't eat it all the time. But recently I've been trying to make more vegan or at least plant-based meals when I am cooking for just myself. The second change I've made is making the switch to bamboo paper towels and toilet paper. So for these, I buy them through a website called Grove Collaborative, and I'll link that and all the other websites and things I talk about in this video down below. So through this website, there is a brand called Seedling that makes bamboo toilet paper and paper towels, and we've been using these for a few months now. I will say they are a little bit thinner than your normal toilet paper and paper towels, but for everyday use, they work pretty well. I actually feel like it takes us longer to get through a roll of paper towels and toilet paper, and when our order comes in auto shipped again, we usually have leftover rolls too. And the reason that these are so sustainable is because bamboo grows faster than trees. So bamboo grows and is ready to be harvested in about 3 months time, as opposed to the almost 20 years that it takes for a tree to grow. And a great part about this brand Seedling is that a part of every purchase goes to planting a tree in the United States. Another bamboo alternative that I have been using is bamboo toothbrushes. So I buy mine through a company called Brush with Bamboo. I get a 4-pack for $20. Now you can use these toothbrushes for as long as you would a normal toothbrush, which is recommended about 3 months. I'm guilty of using mine a little longer than that. But they just come in this cardboard packaging, so there's no tape, there's no glue or anything. These can be recycled or composted. There's no waste from the packaging at all. So I get the kid size because my mouth is tiny, and I've just always used kid size toothbrushes because they're easier for me to use. So when you open it up, there's this cute little toothbrush. These are vegan and they're very minimal waste. So the bristles are actually made from castor bean oil. This is the only part of the toothbrush that is not recyclable or compostable, so this is the only waste that you'll have from the toothbrush is the bristles. And you can just remove those with a pair of pliers. And then the bamboo handle you can reuse, you can recycle it, you can compost it, whatever. So it's really great, it's really cute and tiny. I've been using these for about 3 months now. And like I said, I bought a 4-pack for $20, so if you think about it, depending on what toothbrush you buy, obviously, you could spend up to $5 on, a plastic toothbrush that you're gonna throw away. It's bad for the environment. So I've bought toothbrushes now that I'll have for the whole year. And they have larger packs too, so if you're buying for a family, or you just want a lot of toothbrushes, you don't have to buy them for a while, then you can really stock up. Another change that I've made is a very popular one. And that is using a reusable water bottle instead of plastic throwaway cups. So the one that I'm currently using is this pink one from Starbucks. It's got a silicone handle, and this is actually made of plastic. I kind of wish I'd gotten an aluminum one that keeps drinks colder. But this one works fine, and I just make sure that I take that with me to work every day, so that way I can just fill it up with water for when I'm there. And I also use that at home. At home I also have a Brita water filter pitcher so that I don't have to drink out of the sink, but I also don't have to buy plastic water bottles. One thing that I do need to get better at is bringing a reusable cup in case I get a Starbucks or I get a soda or something from work. This water bottle doesn't really work to use for those, obviously, just because the top is so tiny. Another change that I have made is not using dryer sheets when I do my laundry. So they actually, like, I stopped using these about a year ago, and I just figured that I didn't really need them. Like, I didn't notice, when I stopped using them, I didn't notice there was that much of a difference between when I used them and when I didn't use them, so I stopped using them. The chemicals in dryer sheets can actually be pretty harmful to your skin as well, so that's another reason that I stopped using them. These can actually be okay for the planet if you get ones that are unscented, because then they are biodegradable, but otherwise they aren't, and so that's not really helping the planet. And by not using them, I have managed to save money too. I mean, it's not that much money that I've been saving, but I won't have to buy those again. I know there's another alternative if you still wanted to use dryer sheets, like for scent and everything, that is like those dryer balls. Those are great too. I just personally don't feel the need to use them, so I don't. You got an itch, bud? You got an itch? Waking up from your nap? I've also stopped using a trash bin liner. Not in like my bathroom or, you know, the kitchen, anything like that. Like, that is just like, it's too gross with like food and everything that goes in there. But just in my room, I've stopped using a trash bin liner, just because I just throw away like paper and like, you know, whatever else. Like, you know, it's nothing like sticky or, you know, gross ends up in my trash can in my room. So I stopped using a trash bin liner so that when I am done, I can just dump the trash into the kitchen trash or the bathroom trash or whatever. And, you know, if anything ever did get really gross in there, I can always wash it out. So I'm a bit of a germaphobe, and I really like to use latex gloves when I clean like the bathroom or, you know, something that's like really gross. I just prefer to use gloves. I also have really dry skin, so it helps my hands to not be like, you know, getting them wet constantly and, you know, exposing them to like chemicals in cleaners and things like that. So before I would always use the, you know, one-time use plastic, or not plastic, throwaway latex gloves, and I would use quite a bit of those, you know, every week. So finally I just decided I would just buy the reusable latex gloves, or I know they have like different materials that they use too. I just bought the reusable ones, and I just use those when I clean. Another change that I've made is using microfiber washcloths when I clean things like wiping down my kitchen or the bathroom counters, things like that. And I actually got mine from Grove Collaborative again. It's just a pack of 3 microfiber washcloths. They come in this like kind of teal color, and then there's a gray one and then a blue one. I'm showing you this one because the other 2 are dirty. This one we use like to wipe out our cats' food bowls when we dry them, just like when we are drying them after we wash them. And then we use the other 2 for the bathroom and kitchen counters separately. And those are really great because instead of using paper towels that you throw away once you're done using them, you can just throw those in the wash after a couple of uses, and they're great. I've also started using washcloths for my face, like when I do my skincare routine every night and morning. I used to be a huge fan of those one-time use face wipes, but then I realized that A, it was costing me a lot of money to buy those. I had to buy them once a month usually. It was just costing me a lot of money to buy those. So I decided to switch to washcloths so that I could just throw them in the washer once I was done. And I also stopped using the little cotton rounds. You know, I use those to like take off my eye makeup. Another change I made is my skincare routine. I'll be making a whole video about this just because my skincare routine has changed so drastically, and it kind of includes using less of the like face wipes and things like that, and using washcloths, and just the products that I'm using. But like I said, I'll be making a whole video about that. And the last change that I've made is reusing containers. I recently started doing this, kind of starting with my skincare routine actually, and ever since I did that, I have been looking for ways to reuse containers of things that I would usually throw away. So those were 11 changes that I've made in my lifestyle. I am looking and researching new ways to, you know, become less wasteful and more sustainable. But for me, it's definitely been something that it's not just like all at once. There's still a lot of things I do that are very wasteful and harmful to the planet, but I'm just trying to, you know, be better and more conscious about the things that I'm using and what I am recycling, throwing away, in my everyday life. So that is it for this video. If you guys liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you guys have any sustainable life tips or things that you guys do, please leave them in the comments below, because like I said, I am always looking for new ways to be more sustainable. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye!